Value objects in domain-driven design. Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn about one of the most important concepts in domain-driven design, value objects. If you are ever wondered when to use a class instead of string, or how to make your domain model cleaner or more maintainable, this video is for you. Let's get started. What is a value object? A value object is an object that is defined by its value rather than by an identity. In a simple terms, if two objects contain the same data, they are considered equal. For example, imagine a money object, $100 and another $100 represent exactly the same value. There is no need to distinguish between them using an ID. That's what makes money a perfect value object. On the other hand, a customer is not a value object because each customer has a unique identity. Even if two customers have the same name and email address, they are still different customers. Entity versus value object. Let's compare them. An entity has a unique identity, usually an ID, equality based on identity. Example, the customer class. It has GUID ID and string name. Even if two customers have the same name, they are different because their ID are different. Let's look at the value object. Public record money and with the parameters decimal amount and string currency. Here, two money objects with the same amount and currency are equal. Equality is based on value. The problem with primitive types. Let's say we are building an online booking system. A customer has an email address. Most developer starts like customer class with string email. Looks simple, but now think about validation. Where should we validate the email? In the controller, in the service layer, in the repository. What happens when another developer forgets to validate it? Now, we have an invalid email address stored in the database. This is called primitive obsession. We are using primitive types like a string and decimal to represent important business concepts. DDD encourages us to model those concepts explicitly. Create an email value object. Instead of using a string, let's create a value object. See the example. Now, use it inside the customer entity. Here, you can see the usage. Notice how the validation is centralized. Nobody can create an invalid email address. That's one of the biggest benefits of value object. Another real-world example, money. Let's imagine we are building an invoice system. Many applications do this. Decimal amount, string currency. The problem is that amount and currency belong together. Let's create a money value object. You can see it in the example. And also, this is a usage. The business rules is now inside the money object where it belongs. Value objects are usually immutable. One important characteristic of value object is immutability. Once created, they should not change. See the example. If a customer changes address, we don't modify the existing address object. We create a new address object. This makes the code safer and easier to reason about. When should you create a value object? Create a value object when there is no need for an ID. Equality should be based on a value. Multiple properties belong together. Business rules needs to be encapsulated. You want to avoid primitive obsessions. Common examples include money, email address, phone number, address, date range, percentage. Final rule of thumb. Whenever you are designing a class, ask yourself a question. If all the properties are identical, should these two objects be considered the same? If the answer is yes, it's probably a value object. If the answer is no, it's probably an entity. For example, two money objects with the same values, same objects conceptually. Two customer objects with the same name, not the same because each customer has a unique identity. Conclusion. Value objects are one of the most powerful building blocks in domain-driven design. They help you write cleaner code, encapsulate business rules, reduce bugs, improve readability, build rich domain models. Thanks for watching and happy coding.